Well, welcome First Colony to Stories from the Field. This is a mission series where we're hearing stories about how God is working in and through the First Colony Church of Christ in our global missions. And we've got 5 mission points around the globe in Honduras, Haiti, Uganda, Colombia, and Nepal. And today we're going to be talking about specifically our work in Honduras, and specifically in a town called San Marcos. And we have a fantastic partnership in Mission Lazarus. We've been partnering with them for over a decade now, and I'm honored today to be joined by their founder and CFO, Jarrod Brown, as well as Santos and Jessica Espinoza, who they joined us last year here in our building for Mission Sunday. And of course, Santos is the Director of Outreach and Evangelism. But so excited to have you all join us today. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be able to share with you all today.
Yeah, well, this year has obviously been a whirlwind of a year for the climate down there in Honduras, how things have changed with the regulations of COVID. So maybe let's just start there. Can you give us an update on just what it's like down in Honduras right now? And then how has ministry changed? I know that's looking different these days.
Yeah, the First Colony group that was down serving in the first part of this year in March, they literally just got out of the country after the national emergency was declared in the U.S. and then just a few days later it was declared in Honduras. And Honduras, when they declared that national emergency, they put the entire country into extreme lockdown, shelter in place, with military roadblocks throughout the country, making sure that people were obeying that. And so very thankful that the group from First Colony got back to the U.S. before that hit. A lot of folks are stranded. But overnight, our ability to serve in the way we have in the past was changed dramatically, and it put a level of complexity in trying to figure out how to navigate that. Just one, to keep our staff safe, 2, to make sure that our different responsibilities and commitments that we have were covered, but 3, to not get too caught up in all of the changes and the fear to forget about, hey, we're here to be a light, to shine a light. And within a matter of weeks, in the midst of uncertainty, in the midst of, financial crisis, what would we be able to continue to do? Would we be able to keep the lights on? God literally started showing us amazing opportunities to shine a light in San Marcos on a much more profound level than we've ever been able to or ever dreamed possible. And it was truly marked by one miraculous event after another. And it was almost as if we were being set up for to get ready for a lot of major things, because, within a week or 2 of the shutdown, we have a major wreck with one of our beloved young employees, Jose, whose neck was broken, whose doctors said that he would be a paraplegic, never walk again, never write again, not be able to take care of himself. And then through a string of miraculous events, today, Jose is walking, writing, getting dressed himself, feeding himself. I mean, nothing short of miraculous. On the heels of that, our coffee farm, the land of Thomazeau, has a massive wildfire that should have destroyed the entire coffee farm. And the fire stopped literally at the edge of the rows. This farm is more than a place to grow coffee. There's 21 women that operate the farm, that this is our tool to be able to disciple them. And is transforming their families, their community, and as well as the church that meets on the mountain. The entire coffee farm was spared. And then on top of that, we had, on top of the farm being spared, this year's rainy season has been a phenomenal rainy season. and it looks like we'll have a buffer crop at the coffee farm. So truly amazing what God did on the mountain. And that showed us, okay, God's not done with us yet. He's still, it appears like going to use Mission Lazarus. And the surprise for us was when government authorities reached out to us, saying that the central government had allocated $100,000 to provide emergency food provisions to the urban poor, to vulnerable families that are tracked through the health department. And it was a food sack for 8,000 families, but local authorities had no capacity to manage that or distribute that. And would Mission Lazarus be willing to help out? And it didn't take a lot of convincing for our leadership to accept that offer. And what that meant is it meant that, like, Santos, our spiritual outreach director, is in a truck daily loaded down with sacks of food. Luis Breezy, our national director, is in a truck daily going to these listed names, going to their homes without any political agenda, without any political banners or anything. Just Christians delivering hope to these families who honestly were gripped in fear because of the uncertainty, the unknown about this virus. That if there was uncertainty and fear in the U.S., it was tenfold that for a lot of these families in Honduras. That opportunity put us on a level of being able to witness to the community at large that we'd never had before, to testify to who Jesus is, which was just amazing. And then that set up another call from the mayor's office just a few weeks later, when the healthcare system in our region was collapsing, and would Mission Lazarus be able to help out with a COVID response. And a plan was put together with 3 medical teams, doctor, a nurse, an evangelist, because this has been going on, has been an integral part of that. And we've been able to provide a lot of hope through medical care in their homes before people who are COVID positive, before their symptoms worsen to a level where they need to go to the hospital. We've been able to treat those symptoms, which has been a tremendous blessing. But the same uncertainty that was seen while they were distributing food, when you've been told you are COVID positive, and you know that you're in a country that does not have the resources to adequately take care of you, having Santos and having a few other members of our pastoral team being able to provide this spiritual care to them are truly profound when you see these patients who've just been told that they have COVID, and truly for many of them, their perception is, now I'm going to die. Regardless of what science might say, there's that fear. And for Santos to be able to be there to minister to them in that moment, it's worth far more than the medical treatment we've been providing them. That spiritual treatment has been key. And then out of that, we've not ever tried to go out and publicize what we do. We've not tried to have relationships with government institutions, much less with news stations, news channels. But they heard about what was happening, because when many, if not most, of the doctors on government contracts, high-paying government contracts, were refusing to see COVID patients because they said that's not what they were hired for, and they see a Christian organization stepping up, they started requesting interviews with our with our team. And at the beginning of August, one cable news program aired a live prime time, 7 p.m. on a Friday night, 20-minute long segment that had our national director, Luis, Santos, our spiritual outreach director, our medical director, our entire team being interviewed, talking about what we're doing, and for there to be a focus and an emphasis, not just on the medical, but on the spiritual piece. And then for Santos, for me to get a copy of the broadcast and see Santos with his hand raised high, primetime news, praying over Honduras, praying over the San Marcos region. For us, it was something that was unprecedented in terms of being able to testify to who Jesus Christ is. And that was the first broadcast of probably about 15 news broadcasts about what Mission Lazarus has been doing, these Christians, what they're doing in this region. Truly profound way to be able to shine, continue shining a bright light in the midst of such a different scenario.
Wow, that's an unbelievable testimony. I mean, in the midst of chaos and sickness and disease and fear, what the Lord has stripped away, He's also coming in. He's providing health. He's providing a wall barrier to protect the farm. He's provided 8,000 families food, and for Mission Lazarus to be the access point where Santos and the team are going door to door and delivering food in the name of Jesus. I mean, that is unbelievable. Yes, I mean, this has definitely been a different year for ministry. And so, Santos, why don't you give us an update on what did that look like to be the hands and feet of Jesus there in San Marcos as you're going out to visit these families and spending time praying with them? Tell us about that experience.
This year is different. God led to us the opportunity to build new relationships with leaders of the different village. God gave us the opportunity to help. Yes, to share the love, because we can see the face and the people fear, sad, hungry. So many children sick. So this situation for us was a way to spread the love of God.
Yeah, that is so beautiful, Santos. Thank you for sharing that. I know that there's been great pain for the people in Honduras as they have faced this very difficult year, and we are so grateful for you and your team just to have the courage to go and continue serving these families and going out. I know there is a lot of fear there around this situation. So thank you all for what you're doing down there in your ministry. One fun thing that Santos and I have been able to do this year, Santos joined me and some members from our church for my class that I did on the Walking with Jesus series. And so this was a Thursday night study we did. It was great. And Santos joined us. And I know that's something he's been thinking about is you've been working on your Casa de Pieces, or the Houses of Pieces. These are their small groups that are multiplying the church throughout the region. So Santos, maybe you could give us just an update on how the Casa de Pieces are doing this year and what's happening there.
I am excited. My spirit is filled. I ask God, fill with the Holy Spirit, because step by step, the things here going normal. So my hope is to start the Casa de Paz, but your classes every Thursday strike me, and so it motivates me, encourage me. Well, Santos, go ahead, start the Casa de Paz. Yes. So when I don't know when, but I would like to start. Yeah. Yeah, but the situation here is right? So, but encourage me. Yeah.
Well, praise the Lord. It's a great iron on iron time where you're encouraging us, and I'm so blessed to hear that it's encouraging for you as well. And last year we were blessed with being able to have Santos and Jessica come visit us on Mission Sunday at our church, which was just a wonderful experience. And one of the things that we were able to do was present them with the gift this year of being able to provide a new home there in San Marcos. And for us, we just see this as partnering in ministry with you all. As there is not a couple who is more deserving of you two, and just you pour so much into the community and into that church. And we just see this as an investment into the ministry and into y'all's lives, and just love and appreciate y'all so much. And we had a short-term mission team go down, led by Keith Rabb, this year, and help start building the home over spring break. And due to the lockdown, it had to stop for a while, but the end of this year, they've kicked back up again. But I'd just love to give you guys an opportunity. It's been a little while. If you wanted to share anything or say anything to First Colony about the home.
We are thanks God, thanks to everybody, thanks the church, because for us it's a dream. We have a house.
Continue with your missions, because what you do, a lot of families receive those blessings, and a lot of families are impacted by the love of Christ in their lives.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your words. Thank you for everything.
Gracias, hermanos.
Well, I know I speak on behalf of our whole church when I say you all are so welcome and so deserving, and we're so privileged to partner in the ministry with you all, and that's how we see this, as it is a partnership. And certainly as we think about this year, through the hard times, through the easy times, this is what we do, and we are in this together, and so we're privileged to be a part of this. So Santos, let me ask this question. If you were able to ask First Colony for one thing this year, upcoming, what would that be this coming year?
I would like the next year one team from First Colony Church come here again. Together we can build the latrines for this village talk about. Small village. 9 latrines. So I need, and we need you come work together to build the latrines and this community, and that community. And I would like to introduce you the girl, the woman.
Yeah, absolutely, Santos. I mean, our teams. We can come down there and knock out 9 latrines for sure. So count us in, sign us up. We're in. Well, Jessica, maybe is there anything that you'd like to share with us that we haven't talked about yet today?
Bueno, hay tantas cosas que compartir, cosas que se han aprendido.
There are so many things to share, so many life lessons that we have learned this pandemic, we will not have time to share all of
contaría
it.
el tiempo, ¿verdad? Y solamente animarles
Just to encourage you as a church to continue to go forward, to get strength and not give up, not dismay. The hand of God moves powerfully in favor of His children.
Ustedes son líderes que inspiran.
You are leaders that inspire the love of God, that you inspire with your work and your dedication, the love of Christ.
Well, Jarrod, kind of as we wrap up our time today, maybe you could talk just about our partnership with Mission Lazarus. This year it's been a little different, but maybe just tell us what it's meant to you personally, and what it's meant to Mission Lazarus.
Grant, when the emergency was declared in the U.S., and obviously we have many, many friends in Texas, South Texas and West Texas, and at the same time as the national emergency was declared, the oil industry was really, really struggling as well, and it was kind of a perfect storm for us in our funding. And as we looked at what's next, we truly didn't know if Mission Lazarus as an organization would survive. We reached out to a number of our partners just to have a conversation. And we talked to you guys back in April, shared the situation. And obviously churches across the country had a lot of uncertainty as to what their budgets and what their capabilities would be. And First Colony was one of the very first partners that stepped up and said, hey, we know you guys are cash strapped. We're going to go ahead and fund the entire year's budget. We're going to send it to you now to help bridge this gap right now. I truly can't express how much of an encouragement that was, as someone honor our commitments. And then how do we also shine a bright light while we're managing financial shortfall? And I remember when I got the email from you that you guys were going to go ahead and do this, it was like having just a cool breeze blow over me, and just refresh me to know that okay, it was truly like a God wink that, hey, we're going to get through this. That really set us on a trajectory to be even more bold than we ever been, to reach out and not take the little bit that we have and bury it in the ground, but say, no, God, we're gonna lean in. And as these opportunities have presented themselves, we've reached out boldly, and being able to have that early encouragement from you all has been an encouragement, particularly for Allie and I here in the U.S., as we're trying to encourage our leaders overseas, but that is carried right on down to our folks on the ground to know, okay, we're the people that come to us and pray with us. It's not just lip service. They are with us, and they're going to help us continue. And so we're really excited that we've all, our First Colony, as well as our organization, have been able to weather this storm. Things definitely look different. But we're also excited that we've already got 2 trips from First Colony on the calendar for next year, and looking to, if anything, grow even deeper in that relationship.
Absolutely. Well, as you know, we are partners in this, and just for our church to know, as you guys give to First Colony Missions, you're giving to Mission Lazarus. And so this year we've been able to partner with them and helping in these efforts. And I love how the Lord's brought in resources together and even used $100,000 of the government's funds to fund this ministry and to get behind Santos and and to fund what he's doing there. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. But yeah, absolutely. You know, we typically send anywhere from 30 to 50 members down to Mission Lazarus every year, and Lord willing, we can get back to that next year and be sending more groups. And our high school seniors love going down there and meet folks and just experience life on mission with Mission Lazarus. It's definitely a blessed partnership. And so again, First Colony is this is our mission time. Just know that as you give, you're giving to Mission Lazarus, and we're dreaming about things next year, of course, supporting the organization as a whole, but also the educational outreach pieces that we're involved in. This goes to support Santos and his work. It goes to support latrines that we're building in the community. There's many aspects of our partnership that goes to serving. So thank you guys for your support. Thank you for giving and making this possible. Without your gifts last year, we wouldn't have been able to step in early this year to partner with Mission Lazarus in this year of crisis. So you guys are phenomenal. We just love and appreciate you so much.
Amen. That
Jarrod, we just love your organization and trust you all so much, and Santos and Jessica and all those who are down there. Just couldn't be more proud of the work that is happening, and we're just blessed to be in partnership with the gospel with you all.
Yeah, and we cannot, you know, it's hard to put words how much it means to our folks when groups come down. And I hear people ask many times, is it worth the investment? Should we just send the money? There's not a price tag you can put on fellowship across cultures, across language barriers, across world life experience differences, to be able to invest into each other. And it goes both ways. And so we're extremely thankful that we have such a close relationship, and look forward to next year and to things getting better.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Jarrod. God bless and keep up the great work. Sure do appreciate your leadership.
Alerta, porque el Rey de Gloria pronto vendrá. Y hermoso, muy anhelado para el pueblo santo, el control. Iremos cantando un glorioso canto, canto de victoria por la redención. Oh, aleluya, oh, aleluya. Nos gozaremos en tu mansión. Mi alma se desespera por volar con Cristo hacia la eternidad. Aquí todas las penas, todo problema terminará. Iremos cantando un glorioso canto, canto de victoria por la redención. Oh, aleluya, oh, aleluya. Nos gozaremos en su mansión. Iremos cantando